Hey everyone, how's it going? This is Jeremy aka Uzaru Jarambe back again with another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. Today I'm going to be taking on the Fighting Legend Goku event with the Super Saiyan Category team. I'm going to try to do a no item run, or at least as few items as I can. As you can see, I've beat the event with this team before, but I wanted to kind of show everybody who hasn't tried the Super Saiyan team yet that it is definitely possible to beat the event with this team. And I know there's been other videos recently. There's plenty of videos out of the Super Saiyan Category team taking on this event, but I wanted to give you guys my rendition of it and kind of discuss to you a little bit on why I recommend taking this team into the event if you can build them. So as you can see here, we've got the I was able to pull the new Super Saiyan lead Goku, I guess. But anyway, this team has a lot of tanky units, and it also has a couple of transformations with some heals. Very nice getting the additional attack off there. But anyway, yeah, that's what makes it so manageable to be able to beat the event. And then the good thing is you can bring in some free-to-play units that are absolutely amazing. And the first of those being the Tech Goku that you just saw super attack with the exchange with the Gohan. Really good unit to bring into the event. If you do have him Rainbow Mount, bring him on in. He works really well on this team and for this event. So let's go ahead and let's kind of break down what are the main points that you need to worry about when you're taking the event on. You can see the Super Saiyan Vegeta in the first slot here. You want to make sure you get his super attack off every turn if possible. And if you have paths that you can unlock on him, do some additional attacks, because he will stack defense all the way up until he transforms into Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan. Now, defense stacking is a super important mechanic for this event, and you can see the exchange Goku Gohan. They have, before you transform to the Gohan, I usually keep him in the Goku form, if you will, because he will infinitely stack defense. So not too much damage there. So what infinite defense stacking means is every single time he super attacks, every single time he does it, he will get some defense boosting. So there's no limit to how high his defense can be stacked. So you just want to try to knock out as many super attacks as you can with those infinite stackable units. The other infinite stacking defense unit that you have on this team is the LR Gohan. The LR Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, the brand new one that came out with the 300 million download celebration. So with that being said, this Vegeta doesn't have infinite stacks because he stops at Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan. So again, that's why you want to make sure you get all of his super attacks off when you have him out on the rotation. The Strength Goku here, the Super Saiyan Category Elite Goku, he will raise his attack and defense while he's in his base form whenever he gets attacked. He doesn't raise it off of his super attack, but when he gets attacked, he raises his attack and defense. And then when you get him transformed to the Super Saiyan Goku, then he will do infinite stacking on his defense. And he also has a high chance to guard and stuff like that. So really a good unit to bring in as well for that reason. And obviously you can see the physical Super Saiyan Vegeta hasn't quite got that defense stack up quite where we need it yet. And I'll show you towards the end, you'll see, the last time I did this event anyway, the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, when we infinitely stacked his defense, and this Tech Goku, both of them start tanking really well towards the end of this event, which is, like I said, super important, because it's just, overall, this event is a hard-hitting event, and more than being able to deal a lot of damage, you really need to be able to soak up a lot of damage. And you can see we're putting the Gohan at a type disadvantage here with the Tech Super Saiyan Goku. However, because of his defense stacking, you can see that he doesn't take much damage at all. Now, even towards the end, when you get his defense stacks up high enough, he can take a super attack on a type advantage and even a super attack from the Master Ultra Instinct Goku and not take too much. So right now, you can see he doesn't have his defense stacked up high enough yet where we can really tank super attacks. However, he's still at that type disadvantage, is going to be tanking better than most of the units that we will be able to put in his place. So like I say, you want to be able, it's all about knowing who to put in front of the attacks and who you want to get your super attacks off with. So we're going to go ahead and put the Batora here, because obviously they have type advantage, and they'll be tanking that fairly well, and then the Tech Goku will be tanking fairly well on that back end, while we're waiting for Vegeta to get his defensive stacks up. Alright, so we should be able to deal a good chunk of damage here with type advantage. Not quite a million. Oh, we got the additional attack. That's really good there. And as you can see, I mean, Batora usually dishes out a good chunk of damage, especially when we've got a type advantage. We should be dealing a lot of damage, but that shows you just how tanky this Fighting Legend Goku is. He can take a lot of hits and really just soak it up. So, and we're getting the additional attack. Another unit that you can bring in here that's a free-to-play unit that will raise his defense, not off of his super attack, but every turn he comes out, he will raise defense, is the exchangeable Super Saiyan Vegeta and Trunks, the strength version. So, you can see we're getting the transformation off with the Goku there. Actually, we're getting both transformations off of the Goku here. And that is actually a really good thing earlier on. If you get that transformation off, it's good because you can start stacking his defense from the get-go. So the earlier on, yep, that's going to be the better one to go there. The earlier on you can get him in his Super Saiyan form, the better off you are. And then so you want to start getting all the super attacks off that you can. However, it looks like the second Goku is probably not going to get it because of the Dokkan attack here. Let's go ahead and get all these. Very nice. So we should be able to finish off the Tech Goku here with this Dokkan attack, and we'll be able to heal up. So you want to, if you have the LR Vegito and the LR Gogeta as well, they will be basically, obviously, many of you know, oh man, he barely survived that. Many of you know their abilities by now, that they will transform when below certain health at a certain turn in the game, and then obviously you get full heals each time each one of them transforms. So you want to try to keep them on separate rotations if you can, because the one thing that will hurt you here, especially if you're trying to do a no item run, is these guys will both transform on the same turn, and then you're wasting a heal. So even if you're having troubles with the event and not even trying for a no item run, that is something that will help you out immensely, is keeping those guys on separate rotations so you can get both heals off on 2 separate turns rather than both on the same one, and wasting one of those heals. But you can see here that, I mean, I put the Gogeta and the Vegito not on separate rotations because we should be fine for the next few turns. But as we start getting further along, once I think past, what, the 5th turn, when they have the chance to transform, you want to start keeping them separate, if possible, to try to keep them on those separate rotations. Let's go ahead and the Tech Goku is going to be, he's got type advantage, so we'll be able to tank plenty of attacks there with him. We got the Gohan with the Ultra Super attack, and Goku should be stacking up his defense in the back there. And definitely don't sleep on this free-to-play unit right here, because he is an amazing unit once you rainbow him out. Really and honestly, I feel like Bandai's been releasing a lot of good free-to-play units recently. Really nice to farm these guys out, because they are really, honestly, 100% worth it. And then, obviously, this Goku right here, he has the ability to stack his defense. Very, very nice with that crit there, almost 2 million damage. He has the ability to stack his attack and defense. Here, real quick, let's go ahead and talk about this. So obviously the Vegeta, now he's Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan. He's going to change all of these orbs to Fizz orbs. Let's go ahead and look here, and he nukes. So that's 1 turn only. But now, from this point forward, he no longer stacks defense. So that is why it's important that up to this point, you want to try your best to stack all of his defense if possible. Alright, so you want to try to get all those super attacks off for that Vegeta prior to this turn and beyond, because now his defense stacking is now over. But we did get the super attack off with him all the way up to this point, so we've got him stacked as high as he can go. We do not want him to take super attacks, however he can take normal attacks and tank them pretty well. So Very nice. Gogeta with the additional again. Dealing an okay amount of damage, I suppose. But yeah, type advantage attacks and crits are really where you're going to see units dealing the most damage here, because, like I say, this Goku is tanky, and he just gets tankier the further you go up. So you have to be able to counteract his tankiness with a little bit of your own. And that's why, excuse me, that's why that's why infinite stack defense units are so important for this event. All three of these guys should be good. Hopefully that's super. Even though we do have type advantage, Vegeta isn't necessarily meant to take super attacks. You want to make sure the infinite stackable defense units are the ones that are taking the super attacks. And yeah, we're gonna get a sneak peek of that here. So even with the type advantage, we only took 50,000. However, the Gohan, as we get later on, he'll be taking only double digits from super attacks. So if you have that Gohan, obviously he's your go-to guy for tanking all the attacks possible. And this Tech Goku, he can take a lot of regular attacks, and he can really tank type advantage attacks no matter what they are. So just keep that in mind as you go along. Is this the best person to put here to tank and see that defense? Yeah, you know what, I'm just going to go with it. So we'll do that. Keep that Vegeta here, so we can get those rainbow orbs for Gogeta. Not quite getting the 18 key super. Alright, can we get a crit on it again? No crit. Alright. That's alright. You can see there he's got his guard activated, doing a decent amount of tanking there. And Vegeta doing a little bit of damage there, a little bit of an additional attack. And there you go. You can see that the Vegeta is good for taking normal attacks, but you do not want him taking super attacks if possible. Alright, he's going to be hitting the LR Gogeta now. And there you go, you can see 158,000. It starts to hurt worse and worse the further up you go here. So we should be able to finish him off this rotation. I want to see if I can... Yeah, we'll just go ahead and take that. Unfortunately, we're not going to get that stack of purple orbs for our Patora LR. However, these first two super attacks should be able to finish him off. I actually have another video of me doing a no-item run with the Kamehameha team, and that team is one of the best teams to bring in on this event, in my opinion, because if you're trying to do a no-item run, especially because they have some tanky units, and they have a lot of transformations for healing, and that's really crappy that he literally has that last little sliver of health that you can't even see here, so we're going to have to go ahead and launch this super attack here. Knock him out, and moving on to Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan Goku, who I believe is able to stun, actually. I think this Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan Goku can stun our units, so we want to be careful who we put in the way here. Luckily, we're getting the super attack off first with the type advantage unit, so he's not going to be getting stunned prior to his attack, even if he does get supered. And hopefully he can hit a crit or do some additional damage here. No crit, no additional attacks. Alright, but he is getting supered. We shouldn't be taking too much damage here because we do have type advantage. Yeah, there we go. So you can see even super attack with type advantage with this Tech Goku, that free-to-play unit really shines through on this event. Alright. Vegeta hopefully dealing a decent chunk of damage there. So yeah, these are some of the longest events that I have run through with the with Dokkan as of recent. I mean, or should I say, pretty much ever, because these guys are. I mean, this Fighting Legend Goku event is one of the hardest events, if not the hardest event in the game. Let's go ahead and we'll put Patora there because we should be able to get some healing. So you want to make sure that picking up your orbs to do your super attacks, but also you want to pick up type orbs to get healing in whenever possible. because between your Dokkan attacks to do healing, your 2 transformation units on this team that do healing, and the orbs to do the healing for you, really and honestly, that's what helps keep you afloat if you're trying to use as few items as possible. Oh man, we got a pretty good hit there, almost 200,000 damage on us. Okay. So almost 1 million there, dishing a decent amount back at him. You can see here we're getting kind of low on our health, but we are getting kind of close to the Dokkan attack, so as long as we can have our units take the attacks just right. I don't want to use that Rage Goku yet. So if you didn't know, the Super Saiyan Goku, his transformation basically puts him into an enraged mode, which acts much similar to a transformed ape turn, and it only works for 1 turn where he doesn't take any damage at all, and it's, you know, he is the only one on the rotation during the transformation, and then after the turn's over it changes back. But he also changes some rainbow, or he changes key spheres to rainbow key spheres, so it's easier to pick up some of those super attacks, and then also he has a sparking mechanic, so he can get those super attacks off easier. Alright, so we are going to get a transfer, or the fusion off of Patora. Hopefully we don't have Gogeta on the same rotation. Very nice. Okay. So unfortunately we were really close to getting the Dokkan attack off, but the super attack last turn hit in the wrong spot. And of course the Dokkan attack is going to happen this turn, so that's going to really, I honestly think that's really going to hurt us later on. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter either way because we would have got the full heal regardless. But it's nice to save that fusion for later on if possible. Because I'm telling you right now, I've gotten up to the unmastered Ultra Instinct Goku, having had used no items, and then I end up having using about 3 or 4 items before we get to the mastered Ultra Instinct Goku. So don't take these last, I would say the last 3. You know, the Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku is pretty, he deals a decent chunk of damage and he can be pretty tanky, but when you get to the unmastered Ultra Instinct and the mastered Ultra Instinct Goku, those two really start to put a beating down on your team. So you want to try to save as much of your transformations and healing towards the end if possible. We're going to go ahead and we shouldn't have any problems with that Tech Goku being there. We shouldn't have any problems taking too much damage. Can we get a crit or additional off? No crit. And he is taking the super attack, so that's good. If there's anybody we wanted to get the super attack on, it is this Goku here, because you can see there 102 damage, the 3rd to last stage of this event, and he's only taking 102 damage from a super attack. Mind you, it is type advantage, but that is why I'm saying this unit is really good to bring into this event if you have him. If you're doing like a Goku's family team or a Super Saiyan team or anything like that, any team that he can fit in with his categories, he is definitely a good option to bring in, start getting his super attacks in, and then let him tank and soak up some of that damage. Alright, so we're going to get a max super attack with the Vegeta. We may not make it to him though with this Gohan hitting the 18 key super attack. Yep, so we're not going to be able to see that Vegeta super attack. That's alright. Moving right along here. So another thing is we've got the strength. Okay, so the last 2, this is something that I've always had to take into account. The last 2 stages, obviously you've got the strength unmastered Ultra Instinct here, and then the next one is an int type mastered Ultra Instinct Goku. So with that being said, obviously if you bring in physical units to try to take down the int mastered Ultra Instinct Goku, they're going to have a hard time with this Goku because he has type advantage on him. You can see there we got super attack for quite a bit of damage. So that's what I'm saying. This Tech Goku is good after, you know, he gets his defensive stacks. He's good for taking either type advantage type disadvantage super attacks or regular attacks. Alright, and he did a good chunk of damage to our Gogeta there, unfortunately. 51,000 with just a regular attack. But we still have his fusion left, and we may be running into that here soon, because we are not anywhere near our Dokkan attack now. But luckily, the LR Gohan should be able to deal a good chunk of damage, and we're going to heal up with all these type orbs here. Soaked up we got a good chunk of health back from those type orbs there. And no damage on that Gohan. Gohan is the bane of this phase of the event, because, I mean, he is the MVP for this Goku. This Goku can't touch him. This Goku takes so much damage from him. Yeah, he's honestly the best unit for this stage, or this phase of the event. So, alright, so dealing a decent chunk of damage there. In all honesty, by you getting up to this point in the event is, you know, it takes about half the time. So let's say the event takes about 30 minutes or so, or 30 minutes plus to beat. You know, 15 of those minutes is going to be getting up to this point in the event, and then the other 15 minutes is going to be taking down. Sorry, is going to be taking down the. Had a little glitch in the recording there, but anyway, taking down the Goku, the Mastered Ultra Instinct, the Unmastered Ultra Instinct just takes a long time, because he will have the ability to dodge here soon. I think he may. I'm not sure if he has the ability to dodge in this one, but I know the next one he absolutely will be dodging quite a bit, and that really takes a lot of time because. Okay, we're getting super attacked here again. 71,000 damage, not too bad. But anyway, yeah, it's just a really tough last two phases of this event, which is obviously how they meant it to be. So that's why tanking is going to be very important, very crucial for these last two stages, because these guys start dishing out a lot of damage, and they really try to drag it on by dodging your attacks. Alright, so you see here we've got the Gohan healing up a lot of orbs, the Vegeta healing up even more there, and we're not going to be able to get the super attack off of the Goku, unfortunately. But yeah, basically, like I said earlier, this Gohan is untouchable in this stage of the event, because the Goku just cannot deal any damage to him, and Gohan deals plenty because of the type advantage, and also because of the his defense stack by this point is so far gone that, I mean, he can take a super attack from anybody at this point, and he's good to go. But unfortunately, it looks like Goku's not going to attack the Gohan, and we're going to take a good chunk of damage. All that health that we just got is pretty much gone now. All the health that we healed back from those orbs is pretty much gone now. Goku, so yeah, if you don't deal a super attack, I mean, if you don't get a super attack off on this phase, you're pretty much not going to be able to do anything. So, if that Vegeta takes a super attack this turn, there is a chance that we are not going to make it through the turn. So I'm just going to go ahead. I could put the Goku there, but really anybody takes a super attack right now, that could be the end of it. So this isn't going to be a no item run, unfortunately. We are going to have to pop one. I'm going to try to see if I can keep it to just that one, but we'll see. And in all honesty, with this team, I feel like this phase of the stage is harder, the strength one, because I only have the one AGL unit, and I have 2 physical units on the team. So anyway, yeah, the physical units are the ones that are really going to be taking most of the damage here. Hopefully the defense stacking on this Vegeta will help us out a little bit, but as long as he doesn't take a super attack, we should be okay. Alright, so yeah, we're, like I say, the type advantage super attacks at this point in the event is very dangerous. Really and honestly, the Gohan and the Exchange Goku are really 2 of the ones that we wouldn't mind taking a super attack on. The rest of them, the Gogeta, the Vegito, the Gokus, and the Vegeta, we don't want the super attack on. So that's really nice there. You can see double digits. Got the defense stacked and the type advantage there. Not really able to do much to us. But you can see that usually Vegito does a decent amount of damage on his counters. But yeah, you can see there, not even 1,000 damage on some of them unless you crit. If you crit with him, then it does well. Otherwise, you're dealing almost no damage. So yeah, this event, as most of you know that have played it, just becomes a little long and drawn out after a while. So after you get towards the end here, yep, so he does dodge. Not really too worried about him dodging the Gogeta's attacks because they're not really going to do that much damage anyway to him. But he's attacking quite a few times in the first 2 slots. Let's see here. Yeah, we'll go ahead and keep him here. Should be able to heal up the rest of that health, or almost all of it. Yeah, there we go. We got it all the way topped off. Alright. Not really much to talk about at this point. We're just trying to get... Man, we need to get some of those crits off so we can get the Goku finished and get onto that last phase here. The Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku. And, okay, very, very nice. So you can see there, not too much damage because his defense is stacked pretty nicely. Alright. And Gohan should be able to put a pretty good chunk of damage down on him here. I don't know if it's going to be enough to finish him. Oh yeah, we've got the Dokkan attack. Just kidding. Yeah, he's done this turn. That this stage of the event is beat at this point, no matter what. So if we take a super attack or a bunch of regular attacks in this first slot, it doesn't matter. That Dokkan attack is going to go off from this Gohan, and then that'll be the end of that. Or at least it should be. Really, wow, that was pretty slow. Nothing really crazy there, nothing too hard to hit. Alright, Gohan, let's see if you have enough damage here with the Dokkan attack to go ahead and finish him off. Unfortunately, we didn't get the 18 key super. However, is type advantage with the Dokkan attack going to be enough? Oh yeah, plenty. Plenty of damage there. Alright, so final stage of the event. So we've only used one item. Let's see if we can keep it that way. Now, the LR Gogeta has not transformed yet. I don't know if we'll get that transformation. I'm sure we will, just because this event's pretty, this portion, the Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku is pretty tough. But luckily we've got some hard-hitting type advantage units here. So let's see what we can do. And again, yep, there you go. You can see, yeah, he can dodge in this. He's actually going to dodge a lot. I know the last one dodges every now and again, but this one dodges quite a bit. So that's how this becomes more long and drawn out than the other versions or the other forms of Goku as we lead up to this. And yeah, we're not dealing much damage there. So the Goku, unfortunately, is taking a super attack, actually, for type advantage. We'll see if his defense stacks really help out at all here. I mean, really and honestly, 124,000 damage is quite a decent chunk there. However, for a type advantage, type disadvantage, whatever you call it, Goku's at the type disadvantage there, taking the attack from the Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku. Really and honestly, I was expecting probably 200 to 300,000 damage. So the fact that we only took 124,000 is not a bad deal at all. So, alright. So Vegeta should be putting out a decent chunk of damage there, almost 500,000. But as you can see, obviously, yeah, his counters are not going to be doing much unless we can get some crits off. I think the crits will do a little bit of damage, but regular counters are not going to save us here. Let's see, was this I can't remember if this was the friend Goku or not. because the friend Goku has crits. Nope. So mine I don't have any dupes on, unfortunately. I have summoned on that banner quite a bit more to try to get a dupe. Not super important, but would be nice. But let's see here. Alright, so the super attacks we really want to get off, obviously, are the Vegeta and the Gogeta, because those two will be dealing the most damage. They should be able to take out about a bar of health each time. But let's see if he's going to dodge it or not. Oh my gosh, that would have been a probably pretty good chunk of damage there, but like I said earlier, this is where it's going to start dragging on, because as he dodges those attacks, of course he's not going to dodge the Goku attack. Is Vegeta going to land it? Okay, yeah, so Vegeta's at least going to get it off. But, man, hopefully we can get some of those, if we can get some of those Gogeta super attacks off, and Vegeta got the additional that hit as well, it's pretty nice. But, if we can get some of those Gogeta super attacks off, then we should be able to make quicker work. I shouldn't say quick work, because it's probably still going to be a minute. But it'll take a lot less time to do this, to finish this off. But, so it looks like we're tanking fairly well, so I think we should be good. We should be good without using any more items, because Gogeta still has his transformation that'll be a full heal. We're at full health right now. He's going to go ahead and dodge Vegeto's attack. Vegeto's got an additional. He's not going to let him... Yep, okay, so he does want to... He's going to hit a little bit of damage there. Starting to do a little bit with the counters there, but I'm not really expecting this exchange Goku to be doing much damage at this point. Yeah, not even 100,000, just because he's just here to tank at this point. So for type advantage, and of course he's going to hit the Goku for the super attack. But let's see here. 100,000. Again, you can see how that defense stacking over the last couple of turns has now made it 20,000 less damage. So there you can see that infinite stack in effect. And Gohan, we really want Gohan to take those super attacks. But looks like we got a decent chunk of the Fizz orbs here. Let's go ahead and keep him there. Let's go ahead and see if we can get Gogeta the max. Yep, there we go. We got the max ultra super attack. Can we actually hit it though, is the question. I'm assuming that will probably do about somewhere between 1 to 2 million damage if we can make contact with it. Super Saiyan Goku throwing the Kamehameha out, and it's gonna hit. Come on, Gogeta, land that super attack. We need you to land this. Come on. Yeah, of course he's gonna dodge it. I don't know what it is. It's just the Gogeta. He is not gonna let that Gogeta hit him. Yeah, and everybody else is gonna be able to get their super attacks off. Alright. He got a crit. Is he gonna be able to get another crit on him? That was a decent chunk of damage there with that crit. Alright, very nice. That took down about a health bar and then some. So Vegeta was able to land his attack last time. A lot of orbs there. We'll go ahead and we'll switch these guys up though. We'll get a little bit of healing there. Throw those in, and then we'll get Vegeta to get all those orbs on the back end there. Hopefully we don't get super attacked on the Goku again. Alright, cool. So Goku's not going to get super attacked this turn, luckily. Alright, not much damage, of course. Big Bang attack, making contact for another million. So we're about halfway down. So you can see, as long as he doesn't... I mean, I'm not really worried about him dodging counters, because the counters aren't really doing too much anyway. But, ooh, this one might actually hurt quite a bit. Maybe we did want the Goku to get super attacked instead of him, because... Yeah, almost 300,000 damage. So, obviously you can see there, the Vegito is here to heal and to tank normal attacks, just not super attacks. So, it's kind of funny to sit there and think, you know, we want the tech unit to be hit more than we want the Vegito to be hit. And that is really and honestly, here we go, we got the fusion off. But that is really and honestly what I'm telling you as far as the, as far as the infinite defense stacking goes. That is why that is so important to bring units that have that into this event. because of that exact reason right there. You can see Vegeta and Gogeta are normally really tanky, really good units. But anyway, luckily we got that fusion off right there at the last second, so we can get our health back up, because that could have been really bad there if we didn't have that other fusion. Probably would have had to use another item. Alright, can we hit it? There we go. Finally, Gogeta's getting an attack hit for almost 2 million damage. We need a lot more of those. Actually, I'm kind of curious to see how much damage this one's going to do, because we have type advantage, but he's not super tanky, so he's about 100,000. So there you go. We have type advantage on this Goku, and we took just as much as the type disadvantage Super Saiyan Goku is taking. So, yeah, I know I said it already, but that is a huge reason why you want infinite defense stacking on this event. If you're having troubles beating it, really and honestly, that is the key to it. So, let's see. So he has a good chunk of defense. We'll keep him here. We're going to go ahead and put the Vegeta there. You know, actually, I don't know why I'm putting that Goku off to the side. We probably, the exchange Goku, we should be putting him in the way of the shots. I guess it's just a habitual thing. You know, usually you don't want type disadvantage units being in the way of the attacks. But I mean, at this point, we're so far into the event, the defense stacking should be offsetting it. I should be putting that Goku in there more often. Alright, so down to the last... Yeah, exactly. We definitely wanted the Goku to be here in place of this Vegeta, because here comes another probably almost 300,000 damage. Yeah, 261,000. So we maybe have to use a support item. Another one. We'll see. If we can get the Vegeta and the Gogeta to hit their super attacks on... Yeah, so they're on this rotation. If we can get the two Fizz units to hit their super attacks this turn, we'll go ahead and heal up with this. We got a couple of rainbow spheres. Yeah, they're not going to connect, so we'll just do that. And, alright, so there is a possibility we can end it this turn if he doesn't dodge any of these super attacks. Let's see. Alright, decent chunk there. Come on, Gogeta. Land that Soul Punisher. Alright, I think, yeah, we should be able to hit that now. And can we get a crit? Oof, no crit, but still almost 2 million. Vegeta has the chance to end it, and that should be game right there. Vegeta should be dealing enough damage to finish that off. So yeah, there you go. Very nice. Super Saiyan team able to take it down. Only one support item, unfortunately. I wanted to do no item run again, but yeah, there you go. There's the Legendary Goku event. That is, I think, my 6th clear, my 5th or 6th clear. So yep, we got our 5 summon tickets and the 5 Dragon Stones there. But yeah, here you guys have it. So you can see here the Super Saiyan team. Again, the 2 Gokus, after you transform them, they stack defense infinitely. The Gohan and the Exchange Goku defense stack infinitely. The Fizz Vegeta defense stacks until he gets to Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan. And then the 2 other LRs, the Patora and Fusion LRs, are there for... I mean, they do a good chunk of damage, but really and honestly, they're there for the healing. And they do deal a decent chunk of damage. But anyway, so we only had to use 1 Princess Snake, so not too bad. Pretty good team to run in there. Just showing you guys another team you can bring to beat the event if you haven't done it yet. Stay tuned to the channel. I got more content coming out. I know we've got some Halloween stuff coming up, so I'm going to be putting more videos out on that. And I appreciate you checking out the video. Hopefully you liked it. Drop a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel. I'll catch you on the next one. Signing out.